How is applied force a contact force? Basically, we need to know what applied force and contact force means. The applied force is the external force that we give to an object or a body, whereas the contact is the force that heads all the other possible forces. Now the applied force is the one which drives the object in motion further to continue the motion and also answers is applied force a contact force. Here in this section we will use examples to understand is applied force a contact force or not. Now consider a scenario where the water is to be drawn from the well. The pulley has some default force within, but it will not automatically draw the water itself. So in this case an external force is required to draw the water from the well. Next is the doorknob, where one has to apply an external force in order to turn the knob and close it or open the door. So here there is a contact between the hand and the doorknob, since the doorknob is the object and the hands are the driving force which opens or closes it. Applied force equations. We all know that the applied force is one of the contact forces in general. The contact force means that there must be physical touch between the object and force of action. In that case, there is a formula to calculate the amount of force that has been applied to the object for it to further move in motion. The general formula for force is F equals ma, where m is the mass and it is the acceleration. Even in applied forces there are divisions as to how the other forces have an impact on the object that is in motion. Firstly, we shall see the frictional force. The formula will be the same but will come with a suffix. F equals ma, this is the formula for the normal force that is applied, but for frictional force the formula now will be rearranged as ma equals Fa. F, here Fa is the applied force and F is the frictional force. Next is the force of gravity. F equals ma is the general force of normal, but for the force of gravity the formula is given as Fa equals W equals mg. Here the g denotes the gravitational constant that is used instead of acceleration. Finally, the inclined plane concept arises here. Fa equals mg sin. Here the gives the angle of inclination. Therefore the applied force also has its own types and the formula for each of the types is given that will be useful for any type of force-related calculations. Frequently asked questions. Is applied force a non-contact force? The applied force can be a contact force as well as non-contact force, depending upon the requirements of the object in motion. For instance, when we have to move the box on the table to the other side, we need to apply force on the box, and that is the force on the hands. So this is a contact force that has been applied here, and this force is known to be the contact force. Next is, when we throw a ball from a certain height it falls down under the gravity of forces, but the force is applied on the ball, and definitely a non-contact force. What is a non-contact force? The force which is non-physical between the object and the force of action is known to be the non-contact force. The force of gravity, electric force, and magnetic force and so on, these forces are applied forces but a non-contact force. These forces do not occur with any physical touch nor can it be seen. Electric force occurs in cases of atoms, electrons, and sometimes micro-level too. Force of gravity exists in all cases and it is responsible for the objects to stay grounded when it has to. Please visit our website lambdageeks.com for more articles on technology, engineering, mathematics, and various other domains. Scientific calculator and many more other tools.